I am black sheep. I give you wool for your sweaters and blankets too.
Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Baba, black sheep, have you any wool?
Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for the dame. 1 for my master and 1 for the dame. And 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. And 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Aren't I a very, very good black sheep?
Yes, you are. A very, very good black sheep.
Wendy was a little girl. She had very few friends, as she was always sad. Lots of things made Wendy sad. She would try to keep a smiling face among her friends and family, but nothing helped. It started the day her best friend Linda left neighborhood and changed school. Wendy and Linda were neighbors. They went to the same school and were even in the same class. Linda's father had a transferable job. One day, Linda gave Wendy the news. Dad is shifting to Toronto. Wendy was heartbroken, while Linda was comfortable about the whole thing. You must learn to move on, she suggested Wendy and went back home. From that day on, Wendy started keeping sad all the time. Her parents tried to cheer her up, but nothing helped. At school, Wendy missed her best friend Linda. Her other friends tried to talk to her, but Wendy kept to herself. She never took part in the games and simply refused to go out with her other friends. Gradually, Wendy was left all alone. She ate her lunch alone, studied alone, and went back home alone. Some of the girls even started making fun of her. That made her sadder. Seeing Wendy sad all the time, her mother started worrying. She didn't know what to do. She wanted to help Wendy, but the poor girl was never in a mood to talk. After school, she would go straight to her room, change her clothes, have lunch and sleep. Then she would get up, do her homework, have dinner and go back to bed again. That was her daily routine. Whenever anyone wanted to talk with her, she will simply say that she was busy. One day, Aunt Maria came to see Wendy. She knew what Wendy was going through. After dinner, Wendy bid everyone good night and went to her room. Seeing the right opportunity, Aunt Maria went to Wendy's room. She was amazed to see that Wendy wasn't sleeping. She was simply lying in bed and crying. Aunt Maria gently stroked her head and asked her what was bothering her. At first, Wendy lied that it was nothing. But there was just no arguing with Aunt Maria. Then she said, I feel sad all the time. I don't know what to do. After Linda left, I lost all my friends. Now, nobody wants to talk with me. I feel lonely and want to cry all the time. Aunt Maria smiled and said, "So, what's the problem? You can remove sadness from your life. It is easy." "But how?" asked Wendy. "It is simple," smiled Aunt Maria. "Just feel happy. It is okay if Linda went. But life doesn't stop. Make new friends. Go out with them and have a good time. Write down your feelings. Read funny books. Get up early every morning and go out to have fresh air. Learn to forgive and get over things. Nobody can make you sad without your permission." "Right," said Wendy. All this while, I had happiness inside me, but didn't know about it. From now on, I won't let stupid things like these make me sad. Aunt Maria smiled and the two went out for a nice cup of ice cream. Wendy had hearty laugh in months. Harry was an angry little fellow. He was often rude with people around him. Harry didn't like being polite with people. His parents and teachers often lectured him about using words like thank you, sorry, please, etc. However, nothing they said or did affected him. Whenever he wanted something, he would simply snatch it or throw a fit to get what he wanted. If anyone asked him something, he would simply make fun of the other people and walk away. One day, Harry was playing in his outhouse with his cat. An old woman was passing by his house. She requested Harry to give her directions about a particular house. "Can't you see, old woman?" scorned Harry. "I am playing here. Go get the bell and Mom will tell you." Hearing this, the old woman turned red with rage. She cursed Harry. "From now on, whatever rude word you utter would leave an ugly scar on your face. Go away!" shouted Harry and continued playing with his cat. Suddenly, the cat flung its paw and scratched his forehead, giving him his first scar. Now, it so happened that couple of boys were playing outside. Their ball fell in Harry's outhouse and they came to get it. "Look, here comes the blind squad!" laughed Harry. "If you boys can't keep your ball in control, why play?" Hearing this, two of the boys climbed the outhouse. They punched Harry in the face and left with their ball. Harry had another scar on his face. Unable to take it, Harry went inside. When his mom saw him, she asked what had happened. Harry retorted, "What do you care? Go do your kitchen work." Saying this, Harry rushed towards the bathroom to wash his face, and this time hit his nose. At night, while the entire family was having dinner, Harry asked his little brother, "Hey retarded, give me that fork." Little Tom placed the fork near Harry's hand. But the moment Harry ate with it, he cut his lips.
Look what I've done, idiot!
Said Harry angrily and rushed towards his room. As he was in a hurry, he slipped from the stairs and hurt his eye. Mom and Dad became worried what had happened to Harry. But none of them had the courage to talk with him. Harry was both angry and in pain. He didn't like himself when he saw his face in the mirror. Harry started thinking about the whole thing. He was angry that every time he said something rude, it hurt him. Suddenly, he heard a knock at the door. It was Father. With tears in his eyes, Harry said, "Please, Dad, leave me alone." It seemed Harry had grown tired of being rude and getting punished for it every time. Surprisingly, the moment he uttered the word "please," the scar on his forehead disappeared. Harry realized what was to be done next. The next morning was a beginning of a new life for Harry. He talked politely with everyone, and with each polite word, his scars disappeared. That evening, while Harry was in the outhouse, he saw the same old woman. He rushed to and said, "Thank you, madam." The old lady smiled and said, "I hope you won't forget this lesson ever."